Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to FTL Faster Than Light. Now, we have one ship achievement left to do, and that is on the Crystal Cruiser Clash of the Titans. Destroy 15 rock ships, pirates count, using the Crystal Cruiser. Now, I imagine this is all the way through to Sector 8. There are no rock ships on Sector 8, unfortunately, so it has to be on Sectors 1 through 7. And if you look at the standard statistics, session records, most ships defeated 61. That means on average, if we say we will find about 60 ships on a run, probably not average, probably above average, but if we have 60 ships on a run, we need to find 15 rock ships and destroy them with this ship. That's going to be tough to do. And I think what we need to do is we need to find a lot of rock-controlled sectors and a rock homeworld sector, and then just go straight through them, plow straight through them, spend as much time as we can on those sectors to find rock ships and destroy them. You can't board them and kill them with the crew. You have to use weaponry, which is why you can't use the B-type layout of this ship, because you don't start with any weapons. So let's give it a shot. I don't know if this will work on this run. It probably won't, let's be honest here, but hopefully it'll work. Hopefully we can find a lot of rock-controlled sectors. I will absolutely attack the pirate. What we're looking for on the sector map is a lot of red sectors, because those rock-controlled sectors and the rock homeworld sectors, those are red sectors. Otherwise, we would hope to find pirate sectors, maybe civilian sectors, because they also tend to have rock ships frequently. Rock ships can be pirate ships. Obviously, it says pirates count. You know, there are a few events where you can find ooh, that's a lot of fuel missiles. Not a lot of scrap, but I do like the idea of getting 2 different rewards from destroying the ship and looting it, and from the civilian ship. So I'm not going to accept the offer. That's a good offer. If I was using missiles, I might take it. But no, I think we can do better just by destroying the ship. But yeah, there's a lot of options where you can find rock ships. For example, there's the encounter where you find a pirate ship mining an asteroid field, you can destroy it, and then the ship that comes and fights you is a rock ship, I think. Maybe not guaranteed, but it can be. Well, we got 29 scrap out of that for one encounter. I would definitely rather have the scrap than the fuel and missiles, because we can always buy fuel if we need to, but ideally we won't ever need to. Nebula, will we go into the nebula? Potentially, because there's also an option to find a rock ship in a nebula that has no sensors, and you can probably try to attack them and kill them. If you have a rock crew member, I think you can get a blue option for that, but we don't have a rock crew member, but also we would just attack the ship anyways. You know, if we can get into a combat with a rock ship, we will take it. Attack the slavers, absolutely no reason not to. Case in point, there is an option in the rock homeworld sector where you find a rock cruiser, and they give you the rock cruiser quest. You have to survive a couple of jumps in a solar flare, and if you can do that, then you jump away, and then they give you a hull plating augment, hull repair, and then the rock cruiser. If we get that encounter, we're just gonna fight them, because we want to kill rock ships. We don't care about the blue event options. We don't care about the cruiser quest rewards. We just want to get a kill with a rock ship. I will definitely accept surrender offer here. Another human crew member isn't all that useful for diversifying our crew, but it is like a 40-45 scrap value. And an additional crew member is always handy. He can immediately go on doors, and then all of a sudden we have effectively 3rd level doors to keep us safe from invaders. That's something that I'm not going to give away, you know, unless we have like 6 or 7 crew members, unless this is later in the game. Sector 1, always take crew. Aid the civilian ship, absolutely. This is going to be an annoying encounter. This is going to be the first encounter where I actually do have to pay a little bit of attention, because this ship has an ion weapon and a heavy laser. Now, I think they fire at the same time? No. But the heavy laser will land first. So we do need to be careful about how we power up or down our shields. For instance, right now we need to turn our shields off. And we need to, I don't care if that ionizes the weapons, we need to turn on the shields right when that ion fires. I may have messed it up. I messed it up slightly, but basically what we have to do is we have to keep our shields down when the ion fires, and then raise the shields between when the ion fires and when the laser fires. And I messed it up there a little bit, but basically you do it like this. Let's get that crystal heavy laser firing here. Depower the shields, ion comes in, power up the shields. It lands on weapons, but honestly, it does not matter. This will get easier as time goes on because their weapons fire at different times. They keep ionizing our weapon system, and I keep forgetting to power both of the weapons up. That's my fault. That's my fault entirely here, but I need to do better about that. Okay, keep those shields up. I'm just gonna make sure that they're offline. And they keep attacking my weapons, which are good for them. It's just slightly annoying for me. Eventually, we will land in some shots and keep us safe from their weapons. Oh, that was so dumb of me. Don't do that. I accidentally depowered the shields when the laser came in instead of the ion weapon. But their weapons are offline. We've won this encounter. We're not going to take any more damage here. This was an absolute terrible fight. I completely whiffed on micromanaging it. So, you know, my bad there. I don't apologize for any poor play here. We get another crew member out of this, a NG crew member who's good at repair, so he can fix up the engines while this human gets healed up in the med bay. Then we will swap positions of the human and the NG on sensors and doors, because the NG is better on doors because they're not going to be involved in combat, but they can support combat by hanging out in the door room, keeping the enemy crew kind of locked down where they are. With 6 crew members, honestly, I also don't really care about getting the medbay upgrade. I think I'd rather get the shield upgrade because I'm taking a lot of damage just from my own terrible micromanagement. So why don't we just go to one more beacon, attack the ship, get a little bit more scrap out of it, and then hopefully get the next bar of shields online so that I can protect myself from lasers and beams. Now the missile is still a problem. 20% chance to dodge, not good enough. Let's get the NG over there to help with the repairs on that sensor room, put out that fire. We don't have sensors, but we know where the fire is. It's right there. Now their crew is also getting the weapon system repaired. Why don't we fire a shot in on their piloting first, take their piloting out so that the crystal burst can fire and land shots in on their weapon system. But they only have a mantis doing the repairs, so you know what? Let's go take some of their other stuff offline, keep them busy with repairs. Can we kill the crew here? We might be able to kill the crew here. Probably not. Probably not, and in fact, I do want to make sure I can take their weapon offline, so one crystal burst shot going in on their weapon system should hopefully land. It didn't, so we're going to fire in the crystal heavy. So we may have been able to do this by killing the crew. It's not actually going to work. They're going to get their oxygen system repaired before this guy dies, unfortunately. So they're going to get away. Well, they're not going to get away, but they're not going to die, unfortunately. If I landed the first shot in on their weapon system, we would actually be able to kill them, but unfortunately we can't. Get a little bit of extra scrap from that. Let's get that shield upgraded. We don't necessarily have the reactor power for it, but that's a secondary concern. We can always depower oxygen, depower engines in order to get those shields online if it would protect us from damage. Going into the nebula is a little bit of a concern now that we don't have enough scrap to get the piloting upgrade to level 2, which you do want to get when you go into a nebula, just in case you find a ion storm. One crew member going into the shield room. Let's keep him not in that shield room by fighting him in this empty room here. Send the NG to help out, because why not? 2-on-1. Doors are down, so he just walked into the shield room. That's okay. Need to have these weapons firing, but it doesn't matter. They wouldn't have been able to stop that missile launcher from firing because they fire very slowly. Everyone can go get healed up in the med bay while we have some time. Their weapons are offline. Could send in a shot on their oxygen system, maybe see if we can't kill the crew. But because they have a missile launcher, I'm probably just going to try and kill their ship. But let's just see what's going on here. They are getting their weapon system back online. A couple of shots here might kill them. Probably not, but let's see. Just take the weapons offline, wound them, stun them, ideally breach. There's not a lot of oxygen in this room, so we might actually be able to kill the crew here. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. Let's fire in. Let's wait for them to finish the repair and then fire in a shot. I don't know why. No, okay, they're gonna get stuff repaired. Unfortunately, there were no breaches in good locations, so that wasn't gonna work. We get a lot of fuel though, we get a lot of scrap, we have 41. Could go to a store, but we don't really have anything to buy. Like, nothing that we need. We don't need anything. Right now, what we need is power, honestly. We do have this, what is it? Crystal Vengeance Augment, we could sell it. It sells for about 40, if I remember correctly. So we could, in fact, go to a store, sell it, get about 81 scrap in total. And then at that point, maybe have something that we can buy at the store. But let's just keep jumping around for now. We will never surrender a crew to slavers, and hey! Get those shields powered up to level 2. This will keep us safe from all damage because the ship cannot hurt me with 1 beam and 1 laser. And this is why I like getting the shield upgraded. Maybe not first, you know, the med bay is very important to get so that you can keep your crew safer from bad situations. You know, if your oxygen and doors go out at the same time, you can get it fixed if you have a 2nd level med bay. You know, if you have a station... Ooh, you know what? We might be able to kill the crew here just by taking out the oxygen system repeatedly, so I kind of want to try that. 1 crystal heavy on the O2, and ideally the Mantis goes in there to repair it. Yes, he does. So if we can keep this Mantis in the oxygen room, we might be able to keep them starved of oxygen, because he's going to take a long time to get the repairing done. So I wait for him to finish the repairing, fire in a crystal burst, and then that should keep their oxygen low. And this might take a minute, but if I can kill the crew of the ship, this is good. I think this was a slaver ship, so we have a pretty decent chance of getting a free crew member out of this, and we can choose what crew member to take. Good. It's going to take a while for the oxygen to really dip, but each one of these crystal burst shots does have a chance of breaching as well. So if we can get 1 breach in there, that will seal the deal, basically. Unless the human goes in there to fix it, but hopefully he does not. But we're just going to wait for the oxygen to get repaired. 1 level, the Mantis will stay in the room, which is actually perfect, because I want him, being the slow repairer, to stay in the room. They're just going to offer us a rock crew member, and you know what, I'm going to... probably just going to accept it. Yeah, let's accept it. Again, that's like a 40 scrap offer. He's not good at anything, so we'll just have him hang out in the med bay. And that was okay. We have 7 crew members. That's kind of unnecessary. I was thinking about just finishing them off, killing them, maybe getting a crew member out of it, but then I decided, just take it. Hacking drone. Hacks the med bay. It's probably a low-level hack, and he has a lot of HP, so he should be safe. But let's get him out of there if we can. Yeah, so he took about 52 points of damage. Missiles or weapons are going to go out. Get the engine in there to get that stuff fixed ASAP. Hopefully these burst lasers land. Takes the missile launcher offline. Should keep us safe from damage. So yeah, Rockman having a bit of a hard time, but he should survive, and he should be okay. Even if that was a 2nd level hack, maybe even if that was a 3rd level hack, he would be fine. Yeah, I think because he has so much HP, even a 3rd level hack, he would have been okay. But yeah, knowing that it was hacked as soon as he walked in there, but if there's a system that's going to be hacked, hack the medbay, please. Okay, we get another 12 scrap with 53. Should we buy anything? Yes. Let's get 1 reactor upgrade. Could get, not quite 2 reactor and 1 engine. So we'll just get 1 reactor upgrade. This way we can still have the dodge chance online with the shields. You know, we don't have to completely take our engines offline in order to get those shields powered up to level 2. Keep that dodge chance up, maybe get some additional training while we are in a position where getting hit doesn't really matter. Or not getting hit, but getting shot at doesn't really matter because we can dodge or absorb all the shots with our shields, I should say. All right, Mantis ship in an asteroid field. Let's get those shields online because with those asteroids coming in, we're going to need as much defense as possible. And in fact, let's get the power out of oxygen and put it into engines. We're getting shot at with 1 laser. We're being boarded. Rockman can go deal with that boarder. Just take their weapons offline first. Because if we can take their lasers offline, then we don't really need to worry so much about the bomb. The bomb, it's going to land in a system, but we have redundancy in shields. Bomb missed, or is it going in on doors? Going in on doors. Let's get the NG out of there so it doesn't take damage. Rockman's gonna walk all the way to the oxygen room, and he's just not gonna have a good time in here. We get 3 fuel and 12 scrap. A little bit low on scrap, but Sector 1, you're not gonna get too good of scrap rewards. It's gonna take at least until Sector 2, Sector 3 until you can get a lot better rewards out of it. There we go. Let's get that oxygen online, shall we? I almost forgot about it. FTL drive is charged, but I do want to get Raffin healed up to full, so why don't we just wait a second here. Haven't really been paying attention to the ship types. I don't know if we have found any rock ships. I don't think we have. I think I would have remembered the layout of a rock ship. It's all been Rebels and Mantis and like civilian freighters, not freighters, but like transport vessels. Vessels. Combat drone Mark 1 schematic for free. No other beacons that we can reach from the civilian sector, so we're just going to continue on. Now this looks decent. We can go to the Zoltan controlled sector. I don't like that it's a Zoltan sector, but we can go there. And then we have a choice of 2 red sectors after that. If either of these is a rock controlled sector, we're going to go to it, and then ideally the next sector after it would also be rock. So ideally we would go rock, get the achievement, but the probability of that's pretty low, but this is a pretty decent chance for this achievement to work itself out. So I feel good about that. 53 scrap, but what do we get? Combat drone sells for 50. I was gonna say 52, but no, it's 25. So I don't know what we get right now. Maybe just a little bit more dodge chance and reactor power. This is just I guess this is a Federation ship outfitted as a pirate. We're under attack, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so just a Zoltan ship left, and we're left to fight these guys. Their flat gun's gonna fire. It's gonna fire, there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. But it will fire after the heavy laser, so ideally it will land with 2 bars of shields on our ship. So this will take out 1, or we dodge it, that works too. Yeah, we took 1 point of damage, but that's not too bad. I can accept that. NG's repairing the weapons. He will repair their weapons very quickly, so I'm probably just gonna auto-fire on their weapon system. But with the breach in there, I think now I go in on engines, land in a couple of shots, let the Rockman go walk all the way down there to fix it, keep him busy. With their engines out, the next shot will kill them. Crystal Burst will finish the job. They can't get their engines online before those shots go in. They're dead. Another 14 scrap. We have 67. Yeah, let's get 1 more reactor power so we can get 5% more dodge chance. That's pretty worthwhile, I think. 11 fuel. We do need to find a store at some point. 1 beam. They probably have a bomb, I would guess, somewhere else on the ship, and also some drones. Nope, just a couple of lasers. That's good for me. I will accept that. Should make this encounter very easy. We don't have to dodge anything. I would prefer it if they had a combat drone or something, because then we might be able to get some training on our crew, but, you know, can't complain, can I? This is going to be a pretty easy encounter. Just let the weapons auto-fire. Crew member Mara getting slowly trained up on weapons, already at about 50. And everyone, let's see what everyone's doing. Fish, halfway trained up on shields. Piloting at 8 of 13. Engines at 6 of 13. So they're getting there. $59 scrap. Again, I think, you know what, let's get that medbay upgrade. I've been ignoring it. Let's not ignore it. Get that medbay upgrade, keep our crew safe, or at least safer from certain encounters. You arrive at Zoltan security checkpoint set up in a perimeter around the beacon. Traveling vessel, you will submit to crew profiling to identify fugitives of the Empire. If we submit to profiling, we don't get anything out of it and we might get attacked anyways. If we attack them, we get into combat and we get scrap out of it. So I will attack them, even though it's not the Federation thing to do, it's not the polite thing to do. They are the security force of the sector after all. They are here doing their job. And I am the asshole Federation in a crystal ship, just busting my balls, busting my ass through their sector as fast as I can to avoid rebels who are coming in to destroy the Zoltan forces in this sector most handedly, I do believe. They do make it all the way to Sector 8, so I have to imagine that they fight all these races on the way. I don't think that these... Yeah, like, I think that happens. Like, the rebels gain control of the beacons as they go through the different sectors of the galaxy. They make it to Sector 8, having defeated all of the sectors up to that point. That makes sense, right? Just attack him in oxygen, keep him busy with repairs. Ooh. With 2 shots landing in oxygen, we might be able to kill the crew, but it's going to be a little bit tricky. I probably should have just fired in 1 shot and waited, but I do like this because there we go. The oxygen now has no power in the room. They're going to send in a couple crew members to try to get it repaired. We're just going to land in 1 crystal heavy shot, which will kill them. And there we go. We get some scrap out of it. Nice. With 45, there is a store, so we're going to go Beacon Distress Store and hopefully buy some good stuff. At this point, I just want another gun. And it's kind of actually hard. Ooh, I hate the Burst Laser Mark II. It's kind of hard to determine what gun we would want because, like, these crystal laser weaponry, they all pierce 1 bar of shields. So I guess we just want lasers to help take out enemy shields when they have more than 1 bar of shields, like a heavy laser, a burst laser Mark I, anything would be better, right? Nothing really synergizes with these except to reduce the enemy shield so that they can actually land in their shots, right? I don't know. It's a weird setup. Well, not really a weird setup. It's an interesting setup with these crystal weapons. Oxygen is offline. Probably not going to be able to kill the crew, but we can try. There we go. With a breach, that should finish them off. They are getting their weapons online, but I honestly kind of want to try to kill the crew here. Oxygen is going out, and he's left. They're just going to walk in and out of the medbay to get themselves healed up. We're not actually going to be able to kill the crew until the oxygen falls throughout the entire ship, so let's just kill them now. Protect ourselves from damage. Maybe I could have tried 1 shot in the medbay to breach it and then see what happened. Yeah, that was probably the better course of action. But you know what? No, because they still would have been shooting me while the oxygen was depleting throughout the ship. So I think that was the best thing for us to do. Just finish it off early. Protect ourselves from damage. We've taken a lot of damage that was stupid damage that I should have been able to prevent. Investigate, bring him to the medbay. We get a Charlie Mantis. Hey, I'll accept it. Another crew member that we can have running around our ship for combat works for me. What do we want? Missile defense. Drone control combat drone. So we're gonna sell those. We're gonna buy fuel. We're gonna get the backup battery. And then I think that's it. We'll take the 81 scrap. We will upgrade ourselves. Get a little bit more dodge chance. I guess I didn't need the reactor power because we could just use the backup battery for it. So let's get a little bit more power in engines, and we'll use the backup battery power to give us 5% more dodge chance in combat. And then after this, sector scans. After this, like, I don't know what to upgrade. Maybe shields to level 3, but we really do need another gun at some point. We have an NG. We can do this with the blue option. Get some extra scrap out of it. We can go to 1 more beacon before the exit, I do believe. We will explore the asteroid field and we'll get 13 scrap out of that. I would like to go to more beacons before the exit, but then we will have to fight through the rebels at the exit. But you know what? We need to get into combat. The whole point of this run is to find as many rock ships as possible. We could go 1, 2, exit. Actually, we could probably go 1, 2, 3, exit. 3 more beacons? Technically 2, because we are going to get something at the exit. Yeah, we have a pretty good amount of engine power right now. I can upgrade the engines a little bit more. And then with that engine power that we have, hopefully get out of the rebel beacon before they can land in enough shots. Okay, I like this. We'll give it a shot. Attacking us in the door room. It's gonna have the NG leave. The Mantis and the Rockman go in there to help out. And with their 2 lasers, they can't really hurt me at all. So I might as well try to kill the crew here. Yeah, there they go. They're dead. So I might as well back a battery. Get that dodge chance up. Practice dodging shots. Send in 1 laser shot on their oxygen and it's offline. We can kill the crew here very easily. Just attack their O2 system, keep it offline, and then when they go into the medbay to heal, hit them once in the medbay to kill them. Zoltans are faster than Mantises are at repairing, so we will have to kind of keep... I hit him with the crystal. We will have to kind of keep attacking frequently at the oxygen system, but we might be able to kill the crew. Maybe saying we can kill the crew is a little bit presumptuous. We might be able to kill the crew here. Wait for him to repair it. Fire in the burst. Only 1 shot. Keep him busy. Keep their oxygen low. Maybe I could have done this by attacking the crew directly. They only have 70 HP, but if I attack the crew, they'll probably just walk into the medbay to get themselves healed up. Their oxygen will deplete, even though it might take a minute. And at least this is depleting the oxygen throughout the entire ship. So once it goes into the red, we take out their medbay, they can't heal, and then that should be the end of them. As long as we land in these shots, of course, and we're doing a pretty good job of that. The Crystal Heavy, I would like to not use it if at all possible, because it does do 2 hull damage. But we're almost there. Ooh, we do have to fire in 1 Crystal Heavy, so I don't think we'll be able to actually kill... Oh, we actually missed. So their oxygen level will go back up slowly. Very, very unfortunate. Wait for that to go into the green. There we go, landed in another shot. I don't think I can kill the crew here, but I might as well give it the good old college try. Oxygen doesn't deplete as slowly as maybe you would think it does. It comes up rather quickly too, especially when it's depleted throughout the entire ship. So this will probably not work. Yeah, with 2 hull integrity remaining, plus the medbay online, I don't think I can do this. But maybe I can if I just wait a second more. Nope. Oh, and I accidentally fired twice. It didn't matter though, it didn't actually kill them, but no. I don't think we can kill the crew here. He's probably not going to get the oxygen repaired, but he will move out of the room. Actually, maybe we can kill the crew. Oh, nope, they walked into the medbay. And they're stuck there with 1 hull integrity remaining. God damn it. If only I had a couple of ion weapons or something. If only I didn't miss that 1 shot, we would have had it. That's okay. Do a couple more beacons here. Again, we're just trying to get as much scrap as possible. We get a hull repair drone and 7 scrap. That is very nice. That is wonderful. That hull repair drone sells for 42 scrap, I think, which is amazing. But also, if we find a drone control system, we can use drones to heal ourselves instead of repairing at a store. Very nice, very nice. Let's get 1 more engine upgrade and 1... We don't need the reactor upgrade. We have the backup battery. We can always dump that power into the engines. Let's go to this bit of combat here and see what we have. Rock ship. Nah, just another Zoltan ship. Figures. And this one actually has a flak gun, which is a little bit scary. Hopefully this backup battery keeps us safe. 39% dodge chance plus 4 shots coming in at us at once. That's a little bit scary. Hopefully the engine can get our weapons back online pretty quickly here. These guys need to get healed up in the medbay, but not now. Yeah, unfortunately their weapons fire at the exact same time, so we really do need to land in a couple of shots here. Take something offline. There we go, their weapons are down. Just finish them off. Attack them in various systems. Maybe I could have killed the crew with that lucky breach in the oxygen room. But actually, yeah, you know what? We definitely could have, because they're not going to get it repaired before the auction leaves the room. He's gonna leave. Other guy's gonna walk in. He's probably gonna die. And we can't kill the crew because they're gonna be attacking us a lot. So I should have definitely, damn, I should have definitely, not fired so hard at their ship. I should have waited a little bit longer. You know, oh well. Lessons learned. We'll try again next time. Don't really have anything to upgrade. We're only going to have 5 engine power for getting out of this rebel beacon, but that's actually not half bad. Could get some extra piloting, but I don't think that's necessary. Could get some extra reactor power, but again, I don't think that's necessary. We have enough reactor power to keep most of everything online. We'll just back up battery the weapon system because we are just trying to get out of this exit beacon as quickly as possible. So keep that power in engines. We're going to get hit by the ASB. There's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. With the halberd beam, as long as the halberd beam doesn't fire immediately after the laser, we won't take any damage. Ooh, everyone go back to your rooms, please. Should have had that done. Okay, crystal burst first, then the crystal heavy. Good, it did land. Halberd beam did just bounce off of our shields. 45% chance of dodging the ASB shot. Even if it lands, it's not that big of a deal. We got a lot of scrap out of this by going to those extra beacons, and indeed it did miss. Pirate controlled or Mantis controlled? I think we go pirate. There's 2 red beacons after it. Again, those could be rocks. But also, I think the pirate controlled sector has a better chance of having rock ships. Rock ships can be pirate ships. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I also do like that there is a purple beacon on Sector 6 taking the upper path, because you can find rock ships in purple beacons. Hopefully we can, and hopefully we can find one, and hopefully we can make this run work. Might take a few tries. Maybe it'll take many, many tries to get this last achievement, but I will try. I will try. Keep jumping along. Hail them. 4 missiles for 10 fuel. That's a wonderful trade. Now we could go to the store. I do think we need to find, or buy, I should say, better guns, but I don't think we go to that store. With only 21 scrap right now, we don't really have anything to sell. Get another crew member for free, Ariel. Let's get rid of El Nub Nub and instead have another Mantis. I think that works out for us best. We can have the Rockman be on sensors, the Mantises hang out in the medbay, and then when we ever have invaders, they're gonna be really good for defense. We could get a teleporter, we could actually use it, but I don't think that we should do that, because we do need to be able to destroy rock ships very quickly. If we start relying on the teleporter, that's not going to be very good for us. Okay, we have basically no engine power, unfortunately, for this encounter. That's okay. We're going to get boarded by a rock crew member. Rock crew member, but unfortunately not a rock ship, which is the worst. I'm going to depower the shields, let the ion land. Hopefully the shields come back online with plenty of time to spare. Or we can just land in our shots and take their weapons offline too, that works. They do have a rock crew member. We could try, he's dead good. We could try to potentially kill their crew, but I don't think that's gonna be that easy to do. Rock, yeah, with a multi-powered oxygen system, that's gonna be pretty hard. Let's just destroy the ship. Especially because rock crew member have so much HP. Even if you get them in the auction room, even if there is a breach, they won't care. They will get that stuff repaired. Fish, you must have gotten hit by that ion blast because you got a little bit stunned there, but that's okay. Distress beacon, sure. Go down to the surface and investigate, invite him to join. We'll take him home. We have a full crew. Let's take him home. We'll get a reward out of it. We get 32 scrap, lovely. With 74 at this point, I would like to go down to that store, but we can't because we can't make it down there fast enough to beat the rebels. Zoltan ship. The solar flare goes through the Zoltan super shield. That's the best thing for us right now, is because it means that we can take advantage of that. Fires will start aboard the enemy ship. It's only Mantises. We can very easily kill the crew here. They do have a nasty missile launcher. It is a Hermes, does 3 damage when it lands. That one landed. Let's get the rock crew. Send the NG in there to repair it. Rock Man can stay on sensors so we can see what's happening aboard the enemy ship here. Okay, shields are down. We're gonna get hit by one more missile. Yeah, didn't dodge it. That's okay. We will be able to take out their, oh, the weapon systems are already out. Okay, Rockman, go put out the fire. Mantises help with the fire and with the oxygen room, please. So this is good, this is good. We can get stuff repaired. Mantis go on sensors, we can see what's happening. Their weapons are gonna be completely out. We can take out their oxygen. With their oxygen out, they will have a hard time getting it repaired. If I can breach it, that would be for the best, but I guess we don't necessarily need to worry about that. Now, everyone who's wounded, go into the med bay, please. You can just stay there. I'm sure that their weapons are still, yeah, on fire because the Mantises, they're not going to be able to put out the fire in the shield room very quickly. I can probably land in a few shots and wound them. Sure. They're dead. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen, because now that they're dead, we can get out of here as soon as we can before the next solar flare hits. Everyone go back to your rooms. Make sure that we have shields powered up, and jump. Not everyone might be in their rooms. That's okay. Hey, a rock ship! Number 1! Excellent. This is what I was hoping for. Rock pirate ships in the pirate-controlled sector. Again, hopefully there's a couple of rock sectors after this. If there isn't, then we're probably not going to be able to get the achievement on this run, but we can still finish this run and see if we can win. Good, their weapons are offline. We did dodge the missile. It's only a Hermes, but it's still good to dodge it. Now, they do have a Mantis, so if we can get their oxygen system wounded, we might be able to kill the crew, but I think we just kind of focus down this Zoltan. He's already dead. Mantis is going to try to get some repairs done. He's going to be super slow at it, buying us some time to maybe take out their shields. Maybe if we can start a breach in the oxygen room, we'll be fine here. Let's give it a shot. Didn't do any hull damage, which is nice, because that means that, well, it means that we're not going to kill the ship. We're going to maybe, oh wait, we can't kill the crew. This is a rock ship. We have to destroy the ship. I almost forgot about that. So let's hit them in shields. They're going to try to escape. No, they're not. Just keep firing on shields with the crystal weapons. I don't care about their laser being online. In fact, I prefer it because that means that we do get a little bit of training. Actually, they're already trained to max. Lovely. That is very good. 123 scrap. Let's get the shield upgraded. We can always, again, divert power away from engines if we need to. We have the backup battery, we can use it. But getting that shield upgrade is very nice to keep us safe from burst laser Mark IIs and flak guns and asteroid fields. Ooh, this ship also has what looks like a Ion Mark II, which means that it's going to be firing extremely quickly, and a burst laser Mark II. This might be a little bit tough. Don't hack my medbay, please. We do lose a little bit of reactor power, unfortunately, which actually does really suck because it means that that Ion's going to probably land and take my shields partially offline, and I don't think there's anything I can do about that except dump power into it and hope. Let's get that backup battery going. We need to dodge these shots if we can. Every Ion we dodge is a miracle. Or every Ion that lands in the piloting room, also pretty good. Okay, take out their weapons. Nice shooting, Tex. We've got a bit of a problem here, and that problem is that we can't actually seem to land shots against the ship's evasion chance, but hopefully we can. Let's give it a second. We're dodging the lasers, which is very important. We need that crystal weapon to be online before anything else. Get those shields powered up so that we can at least tank some of these Ion shots for a split second. Their shields are their shields were partially down because of a stray asteroid, which worked out well for me. Allowed me to sneak in those crystal heavy shots without having to hit once on their shields. So we should be fine here. We shouldn't take any damage. Thank you, 45% dodge chance when we needed it. Land in a shot on their shields, and now my lasers can fire at will. They don't need to be timed up with one another. That hack is really annoying because it means that I have to manually go in and fix the power system. Like, I can't just... Like, the power just doesn't come back in the system it gets taken out of. I have to manually put the power back, and if I'm not paying attention, that might mean that I take some unnecessary damage, so I really do need to pay attention to what's happening. Ah, delay the rebels. Give me a little bit of extra time to jump around, maybe find some more rock ships? Absolutely. If that was a rock pirate ship, we would have just attacked them. I will agree to the trade. We don't need missiles or drone parts, and this should give us another reactor upgrade. And we'll keep jumping. We're defensively pretty strong. We don't need fuel. We're defensively pretty strong, but what we really need now is better weapons. These crystal burst weapons will not... advanced medbay. These crystal burst weapons will not take us all the way through the next couple of sectors. We're gonna need something else. Reject their offer. Should be a pretty easy encounter. One single laser plus one missile launcher. Don't even need to use the backup battery at all. Do need to make sure I fire my weapons at the proper time. That is also a breaching missile, so hopefully we can land shots before they get their weapons firing. Yes, we can. That breaching missile should hopefully never see the light of day. What do we fire on now? Honestly, shields, because that 2 damage will take the missile offline for quite some time. If we can take their shields offline, that means we can get in with more shots. Do more damage. They have no dodge chance, so these shots will land, so take out their, honestly, take out their shields first. Then take out their oxygen. I guess it didn't matter where we landed the shot now that I think about it. We get another 18 scrap, which is okay. Get power back into shields, please. Hey, another pirate rock ship. It's fantastic. Another missile launcher, another 2 lasers. I do want to make sure I have 3 bars of shields because if both lasers and an asteroid hit, we can get hit by some damage. I can always micro oxygen power into engines, and I can always use the backup battery to hopefully dodge the missile. Hopefully it is a breach because that takes a lot longer to fire. And if I can land in my shots first, I can take their weapon offline. I think I can. Let's fire now because their shields are down. Good. Missile launcher is offline. We should be fine. At this point, I would probably buy a drone control system just so that I can use that hull repair drone. Being able to repair on the fly is really good. Yeah, their Mantis trying to get the weapons repaired is not a very good thing. It's going to take him forever. We can just basically auto-fire on their shield system. They're trying to escape. They're not going to escape. We are not going to accept surrender. So that should be at least 2. That should be at least 2 rock ships that we've destroyed. And we get an anti-personnel drone. We're not going to use it. Well, we have to go pirate, and then hope that these 2 are rock sectors. This pirate sector did work out well for us. We did find a few rock ships here, so let's just continue the chain. Anti-personnel drone, probably just gonna sell it. Let's go to a couple of beacons first, then we'll hit up the store. Rock ship? Nah. And unfortunately, this one has 3 bars of shields, which is very annoying for me because it means that I'm basically gonna have to rely on an asteroid hitting before I can actually sneak in damage. Let's get that dodge chance up. Screw oxygen for now. The ion weapon doesn't bother me all that much, it's the missile. And that one did land. Dealt 2 damage because it's an Artemis. Let's wait a second, maybe an asteroid will come in. Yeah, it's our weapons are not enough to destroy the ship, unfortunately. This is why we need another gun. I think I'm just gonna leave, go to the store, and buy another gun. Hopefully they do have another gun, but yeah, we're just gonna get destroyed by that missile launcher. Damn, I should have gone to the store first. Because with one more gun, we could easily destroy that ship. Drone control. I think we get the Hull Smasher Laser Mark II. 3 shots, that's exactly what we need. A lot of shots going in to take out the enemy shield so that the crystal weapons can actually do their job. So we're gonna buy that. Nah, I can't buy the drone upgrade anymore. Let's just sell the anti-personnel drone and screw it. Let's sell the hull repair drone. We'll heal up. We will upgrade our ship so that I can definitely use the hull laser if I need to. And next scrap goes into weapon systems.